Tuesday turned into an unsettling day for parents at Plymouth Middle School after they were told the school went into lockdown for an unspecified potential threat inside the building. Plymouth police say they initially responded just after 11 a.m. to investigate a reported weapon threat. The school went into lockdown for about an hour as police searched the school. Police say no one was injured and no weapon was found. After the lockdown was lifted, parents had the option of keeping their kids at school, but some chose to pick up their child and leave early.
I was extremely nervous because we've had an incident like this happen last year as well, so I was very nervous for sure.
In April of last year, a 6th grade student fired multiple shots in a hallway outside a school bathroom at Plymouth Middle School. No one was injured in that incident. Brooklyn Park officials say they are racing against the clock when it comes to treating and managing emerald ash borer. The destructive insect infects ash trees and spreads quickly, often killing most ash trees in its path. Reporter Sonia Goins shows us what the city is doing to get a handle on the problem.
In the last 5 years, we have seen it escalate immensely.
The landscape in Hamilton Park and throughout Brooklyn Park is drastically changing because of the emerald ash borer insect.
Right now, we have about 2,600 untreated ash trees, publicly owned ash trees.
Officials say EAB is not showing any signs of slowing down.
It's just slowly decimating the mature canopy, especially in these older neighborhoods.
City Forester Aki Jacobs says that the city has treated about 75% of the ash trees in Hamilton Park.
What that will do will buy us a little bit more time to plan and take down the rest of the trees.
Infected trees are treated with insecticides, but the treatment is only good for 2 years.
When the trees are treated, they're tagged.
And the city is using a so-called tree buddy system.
This would be an example of a buddy tree
To replace trees that will eventually be removed.
Anywhere near an ash tree that's still standing, we're going to plant a smaller tree, and then over time it's going to mature a little bit.
Brooklyn Park recently received a $50,000 grant from Hennepin County to remove and replace infected trees.
We'll be doing some removals of 30 to 40 trees, replacing those 30 to 40 trees with new trees, and treating approximately 150 existing trees.
Now the city is also trying to educate the public about emerald ash borer. They put these green plastic wraps around some of the trees. The trees have a QR code on it where people can use their phones to scan for more information. Meanwhile, city officials hope the emerald ash borer situation improves soon.
We're hitting what they call a death curve, where it's accelerated to the point that more trees have it than don't.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
Brooklyn Park officials suggest homeowners treat any infected ash tree. It's estimated that in the next 10 years, it will cost the city more than $6 million for treating and replacing ash trees. The New Hope City Council approved a slight increase in salaries for current and future city council members. Council members would receive a 3% bump in pay for each of the next 2 years. It would have about a $3,400 impact on the city budget. The increase is in line with raises for non-union employees. Some feel it's important to increase pay to get more people to run for office.
To some people, they really have a problem with this. And I like to say, well, if you're going to get qualified people, and I know some people think that they should just volunteer up here, but then they can vote against this if they really so choose.
The New Hope City Council ended up approving the salary increase by a 5-0 vote. Also this week, the Brooklyn Park City Council approved 3% council salary increases for each of the next 2 years. An adult academic program in Crystal is helping new immigrants learn how to drive.
It's difficult for me because in Colombia you drive in slowly. I mean, here you need to drive in more faster.
Crystal Police, the Department of Public Safety, and the Robbinsdale School District have teamed up to offer multicultural adult driving education. It's in its 3rd year. Crystal Police recently applied for a $12,000 grant from the state to cover the cost of the program, where police officers prepare new immigrants to take their permit test.
We want to make sure that if someone comes to this country and wants to drive on the road, that they can do that, they feel comfortable with doing it.
The classes are free. However, the program does not include behind the wheel driving. For nearly 13 years, a restaurant located in a Brooklyn Park strip mall has satisfied anyone craving Vietnamese food. In this week's edition of Takeout Tuesday, Delane Cleveland takes us inside Thanh V.
It's a good restaurant. I mean, the food's great.
Roughly 8,000 miles separate Vietnam from Minnesota. But you don't have to travel halfway across the world to enjoy Vietnamese cuisine.
I drove by 13 years ago or so, and I'm like, hey, it's a Vietnamese restaurant. Let's try it out, and I've been coming ever since.
Rob Matson is a longtime customer of Thanh V. The restaurant has many of the items you'd expect at a place with Asian cuisine, things like egg rolls and wontons. But the best seller is the pho.
Yeah, I've tried it in a lot of different restaurants all over the United States. I travel around a little bit, and keeps me coming back. I mean, it's one of the best, if not the best I've ever had.
The soup consists of broth, rice noodles, herbs, and meat. The perfect meal on a cold day. Or in Rob's case, any day.
I could eat it if it's 100 out or if it's 10 below. It doesn't matter.
I'm happy that right now I'm doing well.
Sam Nguyen is the owner of both Thanh V and the strip mall where it's located on 85th and Xerxes. He opened this place at the height of the recession nearly 13 years ago and named it after his daughter.
That time, people scared to do the business here. So I decided to open the restaurant to get more attention to my strip mall.
So far, it's worked out well. In that time span, he's developed a loyal customer base who keep coming back because of 4 main reasons.
The service and the quality of the food and the cleanliness of the restaurant and the price. Have a good day.
Good food at a good price in a diverse city that appreciates what he has to offer.
You got to try it. That's all there is to it. People that have never had it got to try it.
In Brooklyn Park, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.